More than $300,000 and counting. Donations continue to pour in for Dalton Etherly, the controversial influencer known as Chud the Builder.
Known for using the N-word and other provocative language to spark a reaction, he now faces charges of attempted murder for shooting a black man in Clarksville. But it's how he has turned the controversy into cash before and after the shooting. It's raising a lot of questions, and News Channel 5's investigates Levi Ismail's here with the story. Levi.
Yes, you know, Dalton Etherly's life revolves around what he does online. It's where Chud the Builder is known for his racist rants, but it's also where he's raised thousands of dollars from complete strangers who pay to see his online antics.
All right, finally, now I can speak.
There's a certain irony to the idea that the man who's clearly not afraid to say whatever comes to mind,
Look what we got here.
is also the same Dalton Etherly,
Shame. Get a white one.
a.k.a. Chud the Builder, who's worried his words will somehow be taken out of context.
Now you guys can just see everything.
Etherly said it's why he started posting hours-long racist rants on this YouTube-style site just last month, where he taunts minorities with the Quran,
Hey, real quick, can we do a prayer?
lures the less fortunate with food,
You hungry?
just to make his point.
Want a burger? Hell yeah. All right, but y'all believe in free speech. So white people can say right?
And he's doing all of this
Look at this chimping out. Everybody look at the chimping out.
while carrying a pistol. But Pump Fun is not just the only streaming platform Etherly hasn't been kicked off yet. A closer look, and as it turns out, there's money in hate.
Ooga booga. We're not working. I'm getting paid thousands to do this right now.
This is, of course, the same person who claims everything he's done is in the name of advocating for free speech, now also admitting that he turns controversy into cash.
And I built 10,000 followers in 7 days. Every one of my streams, viral clips, several of them. Creator rewards are paying my bills. They're funding the movement.
This site makes it so anyone can spend real money to buy a stake in these free-to-make meme coins. So think investing without any real financials to review, or even a business for that matter.
They're really just speculation on attention.
Courtney Werning is an attorney who studied this version of the crypto economy, where she says it's more about building community.
And the people who are investing in this get, a dopamine hit of watching a number go up.
Etherly owned about 3% of this coin that, at its peak, hit a market cap of just over $4 million. Now, one guess as to when that happened.
Man, I just pray that dude's gonna be all right. Yes, sir. I tried to walk away from him.
This is the last video posted by Etherly titled Chimpin', where you hear him tell first responders that he got into an argument with a black man, Joshua Fox, outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. And that's when he eventually opened fire.
He said, you start saying all that chimp out to me, I'm gonna hit you. He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
1 minute later, and seemingly out of nowhere, Etherly suggests that this is the type of thing people would pay to see.
Rich people are saying you'll get rich if you hit this guy. They're all publicly saying, if y'all assault this guy, we'll make you rich.
Fox was taken by life flight to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for emergency surgery, while Etherly was treated for accidentally shooting himself. He now sits in jail on $1 million bond pending trial and faces more than 60 years in prison for attempted murder. Meanwhile, his meme coin plunged by millions in just days.
If you can't afford to set your money on fire and laugh about it, then you should not be putting it into a coin like this, because functionally that's basically the same thing.
Etherly may have made money before the shooting, but soon after, donations began to surge someplace else. $300,000 and counting on this Give, Send, Go, a Christian crowdsourcing site where every comment left behind on this post was more racist than the last. The Post says Etherly lost everything after back-to-back arrests, so he planned on using this money to get back on his feet and consider legal options. But News Channel 5 Investigates discovered Give, Send, Go only allows those charged with serious crimes like attempted murder to use all of this money on their legal defense. Emails and calls to Give, Send, Go went unanswered, but soon after, an update was posted to let everyone know this money would go into a trust in accordance with Give, Send, Go policy. A judge also ruled that none of the money raised through crowdfunding can be used toward bond.
Now, if Etherly posts bond, he's required to wear a GPS monitor, have no access to firearms, and comply with a gag order limiting his social media. That means no rants or interviews about what happened.
It's not clear what happens to this page moving forward, but it seems whatever Etherly does next.
That's Chud the Builder. Oh, my God.
There's an audience who can't wait to listen and maybe even pay.
I don't know. I feel like I was born for this in a way.
The judge in Clarksville has limited how much each bonding company can put up in this case. Etherly will need 10 companies to put up $10,000 each before he could be released. But even if he makes bond in Clarksville, his bond in Nashville on unrelated charges has been revoked pending trial. With News Channel 5 Investigates, I'm Levi Ismail.